Hello, hello. Hello, beautiful souls. Magdalena here. So, welcome. Good morning, good evening, depending where you are in the world. I'm Magdalena, transformational guide and soulmate alchemist, and I help conscious spiritual women to rediscover themselves, tap into their self confidence and femininity so that they can reclaim their power and ignite their inner magnetism. And when women have awakened their inner magnetism and claim this power within, they can attract the soulmate they want and desire. They stop being tired and exhausted, and they have this limitless energy to create a life that lights them up. And today I want to talk about some mistakes that women are making when they attract their soulmate. And I see this, I have chosen a couple of them because from my experience of working with women like 8 years, I have seen this particular mistakes a lot. And this is not time for you to beat yourself up if you have made these mistakes, because I'm the person that I've made, thousands of them, really. But this is probably such a moment that maybe you can just think about your life and be compassionate for yourself and really put this cup of the observer and check. Yes, okay, even when I'm making these mistakes, what can I do now with what I have to start to make some shifts to correct these mistakes? Yeah. So the first one is lack of clarity. Yes, and what do I mean by this? You don't have clarity about who you are and what kind of partner, what kind of relationship you want to attract. And I know it sounds trivial because we should know. It's so like kind of obvious. We know who we are, yeah. But believe me, when I'm doing some practices and exercises with my women when we start the process, this is something that's kind of mind-blowing, and they are really, really extremely surprised what is shown, what is revealed, yeah. Because when you are after some divorce, after some breakup, you are a completely different woman, or even if you are not after such relationships, but you are a completely different woman being 30, 40, or 50 than you were like 10 years ago, or when you were like even 5 years ago, especially if you are developing yourself personally, spiritually. Yes, now everything is happening so quickly that when I look at myself like 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, I see a different woman, completely different woman. But, am I telling myself, how stupid I was, yeah? I was really, really crazy to take such decision. No, of course. And this what I want to emphasize. We are always taking the best decisions with the level of consciousness that we have at hand. We are taking the best decisions. I want to emphasize that. I want to strengthen that. I want to reiterate that. So don't beat yourself up that you were choosing such partners, that you were spending far too long time with some person, and it could be some codependency relationship, or with some narcissist, or with some person who was maybe who has some addictions, yeah. So it is your past, yeah. But at that moment, probably you didn't know how to choose differently. And I want to really say this, yeah. So lack of clarity of who you are, who you want to attract, and also why. So it's very, very important. I think always, Simon Sinek was saying, yeah, always starts with why. He was, of course, saying this in more business-oriented context, but this why is so important. And okay, once again, you can have any why. Not everybody wants to have husband, wants to have a long-term relationship. You just can be in such situation in your life that you say, okay, last years I didn't have sex, or I had bad sex, and now I just want to enjoy my sexual life, and I want to have as many partners as possible, and I just want to taste. And this is okay. Yeah, this is okay, because I know that even we have 21st century, we still have these double standards. And if the man has a lot of partners, sexual partners, he's like, stag, and he's proud of that, yeah. But if the woman has many sexual partners, of course, she's labeled a whore, a bitch, and all these bad words. But what I want to say, because I'm all in for freedom, for your personal freedom and your personal fulfillment. So if you feel that this is such a moment in your life that you just need sexual attraction and this physical contact, and you don't give a shit about long-term relationship, this is also good. But it's very, very important that you know it, that you know what you want, in other words, yeah. The next point, it's very, very important to know if you are in expansion or if you are in contraction energetically. Because, we are energetically intelligent creatures, and the law of attraction works in such a way that like attracts like attracts like attracts like. So if you are thinking that something is wrong with me, or I'm getting older, or oh my gosh, I need to find someone to have a child with, or I need to find someone because cost of living is increasing and I want to share the bills, yeah. So be extremely clear about your why, because when you are starting with deficits, yeah, when you are looking for a person who will who should, in your opinion, rescue you, or paint your words, so to say, remember, like attracts like. So you will probably attract the partner who is looking for the same. So who is looking for the woman who will rescue him, for example, from his addictions, or a woman who will substitute for his mother, yes? So when you are in this state of lack, when you are in this state lonely, something is wrong with me, and I need somebody to rescue me, first, what you need to change, and you are in fear, you need to work on your nervous system. You need to change your vibration, because otherwise all these potential partners that you will attract will be not the right ones. Yeah. So again, you will start creating some codependency relationships, or relationships with some narcissists, etc., etc., because you will also attract people with some deficits. The next, and I think it's very, very important, is about your traumas, and it's about the subconscious patterns that were ruling your previous maybe relationships, your life so far. And because it was maybe painful, you decided not to come back to these emotions, to these things. And of course, what I mean, it can be some kind of abuse, sexual abuse not healed, or extremely common mother wound or father wound. So all these things that that happened in our family home, and this was actually the first model that we model relationships on, that we model our femininity, that we know about masculinity. So when we had like bad models, let's say our parents who, yes, they were making mistakes because they didn't receive from their parents a lot of things. So as long as you don't heal it, you will be attracting similar events, similar relationship, toxic relationship, partners who will be using you. Well, I don't want to, linger here longer, but just an example, yeah. And it was the example from one of my clients recently, that it was the father wound, and her father never saw her, of course, metaphorically, yes. So she was not important for him, and she tried to get his attention and his love, and never she did, yes. And now she's very successful, 30-something-year-old woman, very successful at her work, but her love life was complete crap until she recognized this, that all the time she was looking for this validation, and she was she was looking for validation, for love, because all the time she felt, I don't deserve. This is a very, very deep core wound, and this core wounds must be healed. There is no other way, because when you don't heal it, and usually we cannot do it by ourselves because we don't have this perspective, we don't have the tools, the practices, and we don't see it because it's subconsciously, it's somewhere hidden. You will be repeating these mistakes. And the women I work with quite often tell me, yes, that so far I was attracting kind of similar type of men, even if they had different names, but the stories were being repeated, yeah. Next point, which is of course connected with this healing of past wounds, is like this mistake is that you haven't built strong self-confidence and this self-value. Yes, you don't have this authentic value. And again, what I just said, you are looking in the outside world for validation. Yes, so if some man will tell you that you are beautiful and amazing and magnetic, you do believe. But if somebody tells you that you are stupid, ugly, and old, you will also believe. So your emotions are completely wobbling, and you don't have this authentic self-confidence, this inner magnetism inside, yeah. The next point, of course, is the closed heart, because, and it might be, it might come about as a result of your past hurts, past relationships, that again, even subconsciously, we start to close our heart, and we start to build some fence around. So we we don't trust, we don't have this open heart, we don't share our emotions with people, and we think that we can in this way protect ourselves. And yes, you can protect yourself, but if you are wearing these false identities, if you are wearing these masks, again, like attracts like, law of attraction, you will also attract potential man or woman who is wearing these masks. So you will attract each other because of your masks and not because of the person you really are. And of course, the disappointment is guaranteed because this person is a completely different person in real life, yeah, and you are also different. So being authentic, it is also extremely important. It is risky, it requires courage, but it it prevents you from, on one hand, it prevents you from wasting the time, because this potential partner can just see who you are at the beginning. And on the other hand, this saves your time, yeah, because also you will see this man or this woman just immediately. Yes, so if this is this is not your tribe, you will not get involved, you will not invest so much time, feelings, attention, etc. So I think being authentic is risky, but it is really, really worth doing, yeah. And the next mistake, I think, and it's connected with this, that you don't feel good enough, yeah, you don't have this self-confidence built. And again, I've heard this pretty a lot recently from my clients, that they were putting this man on pedestal, yes? So they were thinking that they were worse than the man, that his needs are more important, and they were trying to meet these needs, to satisfy him, but at their own cost. And again, now I'm working with one of my clients, and she told me, it was so tiring, it was so exhausting to put men on this first place, and to be always for them and satisfy them at my own cost. And she doesn't do it anymore. And this is also, yes, this is also very, very important. And really, this is changing everything when you start putting yourself on the first place, not like the egoist, but in this really very, very healthy, natural, authentic way, just reclaiming your power. Yes. And when you reclaim your power, when you have your standards, the people will feel it energetically, and they will not play with you. They will not manipulate with you. They will not negotiate your standards. They will not cross your boundaries, yeah, because they will feel that what you say, you really do. That if you say my standards are that, these are really your standards, and they are not something that you can question. And the last thing is that you can really suppress your femininity. And again, it can happen on many levels, starting on the superficial level that you don't wear feminine clothes. Of course, on a much deeper level, that you are constantly in masculine energy, constantly in rush, constantly putting these targets, not honoring your feminine vibe, yes. And again, this is a very broad topic, and I'm talking about it quite often, so probably if this is something that you are interested in, you can scroll my wall and you will find some hints and some lives referring to this topic and talking about feminine energy. So, yeah, just summing up the common mistakes, lack of clarity of who you are and who you want to attract, what kind of relationship you are, yeah, lack of division, how it should look, yes, you are just taken by life like a leaf, yeah. The second, your why. So again, be clear on your why. So maybe you just don't know why. Yes, everybody has somebody. So yeah, I will try. Being in this energy of lack, being in the energy of scarcity mindset. Yeah, that the time is flying, that I have not a lot of time, that I'm getting older, that there is high inflation. Think and check which energy you are in. The next thing is like not addressing your traumas, not addressing your subconscious patterns, and not healing that. And as I said, as long as you don't do it, or when you don't do it, you will just keep recreating the same patterns, unhealthy patterns that don't serve you anymore. The next thing is like you are not grounded, you are not centered, you don't feel that you deserve, that you are complete, and that you are worthy, and you don't have this self-worth just built. Yeah, so this is also very important, because again, like attracts like. So when you feel that I'm not enough, that something is wrong with me, you will attract similar partners. The next thing was your closed heart. So not showing up authentically, building some walls around, hiding behind some masks, which of course can protect you, but it will also prevent you from experiencing real love, real intimacy, and real connections and relationships. And finally, suppressing your femininity and being stuck in masculine energy. Yes, so that's basically all from me today. If you are watching this as a replay, give me hashtag replay, and also leave me a comment. Yeah, leave me a comment which of these mistakes you maybe have made in your life, or which of these hints are for you the most useful, yeah, and how you are going to, and when you are going to implement them into your life. And definitely, if you feel that you are making some of these mistakes or most of them, and you really feel that you are ready for transformation, you really feel that you are ready for a shift in your life in general and in your romantic life, in your love life, just let's hop on a call. I'm here for you. If you feel ready, if you feel, yes, I want to change it, let's just talk and see where you are, what's holding you back, and how can I help you? How I can help you. Okay, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Again, when you are watching later, give me hashtag replay or leave me some comments. I love reading your comments. Bye bye, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.